One way that you can adjust your search result listings is with Schema, or Structured Data Markup. Let's talk about what Schema is and how you can use it on your website. So what is Schema Markup? Well, Schema Markup is additional code that you can add to your website that better describes certain types of content. For example, on a website, you can have organization schema. Organization schema, as seen in this example, describes the organization in a clearer, more structured way than what you can get out of text. And because this content is structured, bots are able to go through this content more quickly and pick up on more details about the organization than they would be able to get out of just regular content on your website. Schema can be written in different formats: JSON LD, microdata, and RDFA. JSON LD, or JavaScript Object Notation, is the recommended format, but it is not the required format. Google will pick up on schema written in other formats as well. Hopping back to this example of organization schema, this is written in JavaScript Object Notation, or JSON LD. You can also mark up your code in microdata. Microdata can sometimes be easier to implement because it's embedded within the HTML. Within this HTML, you can see item type or item prop attributes. So if you're familiar with HTML, you already know how to use microdata. So now that we have an idea what schema looks like and what it is, let's talk about if it's important for SEO. One of the biggest advantages of schema is that it can enhance your search result listings. So instead of just having plain text, you can have additional information included within search results. For example, let's take a look at this listing from Rotten Tomatoes. They've got a rating with stars and the number of votes leading to that rating, and that's coming out of schema. By adding in schema markup, Rotten Tomatoes was able to tell Google about how many ratings they have and what that overall rating value is. Google took that information, was able to more easily understand that information because it was in a structured format using schema, and they were putting that onto the search result listing. So if you have reviews or you have ratings of your own, this is a good place to list that. This is a good place to show that, and using schema can help get that onto the search results. And some studies do show that if you're using this kind of schema markup, that might lead to higher click-through rates from search results. The other thing too is that schema markup provides more opportunities for search engine robots to understand your content. Because that content is structured, right? It's in a structured format instead of an unstructured format like regular text is. Google can understand something different about the website. They can pick up on more details about the content contained on your website than they might otherwise get just by trying to read the text presented on the page. However, the biggest thing I want to emphasize here is that schema does not influence where your website will rank or if it will rank at all. Just because you use schema doesn't mean Google will use it. Just because you use schema doesn't mean that your website will rank, and just because you use schema doesn't mean that your website will rank more highly. All it means is that Google might have an easier time understanding your content because that content is now in a structured format, and because you're using schema, you might get some extra features on search results. So we've decided to use schema. We put some kind of schema on our website. So how do we view it? How do we test schema and see what is really there and if it's coming through? Well, there's a few different tools for this. One tool I really like is this Chrome extension called Structured Data Testing Tool. And in this case, this Structured Data Testing Tool is showing us the organization schema that's on Elementive's website. And so in here, you can see that we're an organization with the name of Elementive, a legal name of Elementive Marketing Solutions, our website URL, our logo, our email address, various social links are in here as well. And so by using this testing tool, we can see that all the values that we expected to be there are there, indicating that we've correctly implemented our schema code. There's other tools that you can use as well, including Classy Schema, which when you go to classyschema.org, click on Structured Data Viewer in the sidebar, you can then either fetch from a URL or you can drop in code and then evaluate that. When you evaluate it, we'll come back and we'll show you all of the code here. Really like Classy Schema because they also will highlight what the schema is, so you can really see the code that's present there. One thing I really like about Classy Schema is that you can use this in dev environments. So in a dev environment, you maybe can't expose that URL publicly where you can fetch from that URL, but you can copy and paste that code from your dev environment into Classy Schema, give it a test, and see what errors might be happening. That way, when you release all that code, you know that your code is accurate, you know that your code is working properly. Finally, Google does have a tool that you can use to test with as well, which is their Rich Results Testing tool. They'll show you which items they detected within your schema that are eligible to show in search results, and then they will show you a preview of how that might look in search results. And this gets to the main point of using Schema, right? You're using Schema to enhance your search result listings. So you want to see how that schema might enhance your search result listings by using Google's testing tool. Note that you can really only use the testing tool on live environments because Google actually needs to crawl and look at that page. One other method you can use to monitor Schema on an ongoing basis is inside Google Search Console. In Google Search Console, under Enhancements, you can see all the different types of schema that Google is picking up on, and you can also catch any errors that Google might be finding as they're looking at that schema. Schema is a nice feature that you can use to enhance your search result listings. However, Schema isn't required. It isn't mandatory that you use Schema to appear in search results. So if you can't use Schema technically, or there's just no schema that makes sense given the nature of your website's content, that's okay. You're not going to lose out on an opportunity to rank in search results. However, it might mean that without using Schema, your search result listing doesn't look as interesting as your competitor's search result listing, and that might reduce how many clicks you have coming to your website from search results. If you have questions about Schema or other aspects of tech SEO, please let me know. You can email me at matthew@elementive.com. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe for more videos from Elementive. Thank you for watching.